In India, Tecno has primarily targeted the mid-range market. However, with the release of the Phantom X2 and Phantom X2 Pro flagship phones, it appears that Tecno will soon compete in the flagship category with brands such as Xiaomi, Realme, and OnePlus. The Phantom X2 and X2 Pro are nearly identical phones, with the main difference being the camera. The Phantom X2 Pro has an innovative retractable camera on the back. Starting at the back, the Tecno Phantom X2 has a polycarbonate body that feels hollow. The camera module on the device is square in shape with rounded edges. It comes with two large camera rings as well as a third camera. A quad LED flash unit is located above the X logo. The camera island's design is inspired by a 3.5D moon crater. A microphone is located on the Phantom X2 5G's top edge. The left side is empty, while the right has a volume rocker and a red accented power button. A SIM card slot, a microphone, a USB-C port, and a speaker grill are located on the bottom edge. It lacks a 3.5mm audio jack, a second stereo speaker, and a microSD card slot. The front of the Tecno is stunning, with a curved edge display and a punch hole in the center. The top and bottom bezels are quite narrow and nearly symmetrical. Because of the curved edges, the side bezels appear to be non-existent. According to Tecno, the screen-to-body ratio is 93.5% due to the slim bezels. The phone's appearance suggests that it is a high-end device. Gorilla Glass Victus protects the display. The display on the Phantom X2 is quite bright and usable in direct sunlight. The adaptive brightness function operates as expected. There is a high brightness mode for even clearer viewing in bright light. There is an eye care mode available. The X2's screen has refresh rate options of 60 Hz, 120 Hz, and auto switch. The device's two color profiles, such as bright colored and original color. The latter, while functional, has a blue tint. Widevine L1 is supported by the X2 for viewing HD content on OTT platforms. It is compatible with HDR10, HDR10+, and HLG. It can play 2160p HDR content from YouTube with ease. The under-display fingerprint scanner is in a good position and works correctly. Despite its massive 6.8-inch display, it is narrower than other smartphones with comparable-sized screens. The device is comfortable to hold because it is 72.7mm wide. The phone is nearly 9mm thick, but due to its curvy design, it does not feel that thick. The IP rating of the device is not mentioned in the spec sheet. The kickstand case that comes with the device is made of vegan leather. Thanks to the brand for including it in the box, I was encouraged to watch a lot of content on YouTube and OTT platforms. This would not have been the case if it had come with a standard clear case. Apart from the Vivo X80, the Phantom X2 5G is the only other phone in India to feature the 4nm Dimensity 9000 chipset. Aside from LPDDR5 RAM and UFS 3.1 storage, it also includes up to 5 GB of memory fusion, which is Tecno's term for virtual RAM. The X2's 5160 mAh battery easily lasts more than a day on a full charge. The device took approximately 73 minutes to fully charge. The Phantom X2's official website mentions a vapor chamber cooling system but doesn't go into much detail. I had no problems with heating on the X2. It received a very impressive AnTuTu score of 981,192, which reflects the smooth performance it promises. When compared to Tecno's lower-priced models, the Phantom X2's iOS 12 and Android 12 OS feel much better. Even though it includes bloatware, some of which can be uninstalled, the notifications from such apps are not particularly bothersome. Unwanted notifications can simply be turned off. To name a few, the OS includes features such as call recording, always-on display options, gesture navigation, app twin, smart panel, multi-window, game mode, video assistant, game assistant, kids mode, and social turbo, to name a few. Furthermore, the OneLeap feature enables users to pair the Phantom X2 with a laptop to gain access to features such as data sharing, file management, multi-screen collaboration, and reverse network sharing. The Phantom X2 provides access to the camera and torch from the lock screen. Swiping left on the home screen brings up frequently used apps, a steps counter, tips, important dates, and a few other things. The X2 comes preloaded with Tecno's Ella Assistant, which works even when there is no data connection. The app drawer organizes the apps alphabetically. When searching for Netflix in the Play Store, the message "This app will not work for your device" appears. It can, however, be obtained from Tecno's App Store, known as Palm Store, or by downloading the APK file from Netflix's official website. The camera app includes shooting modes such as AI camera, portrait, super night, video, film, document scanner, AR shot, slow motion, panorama, time-lapse, sky shop, dual video, and Google Lens. The Pro mode is not available. For shooting video clips of a few seconds, the film mode has presets such as vintage, performance, street, sport, and so on. The sky mode can be used to add effects like sunny, rainbow, sunset, twilight, starry, and more to shots with the sky in the background. The feature is interesting and functional. If there is a sun or moon in the background, the selected filter will replace it as well. With pixel binning technology, the main camera takes 16 megapixel photos by default. The shots look good in daylight and have a good dynamic range. Regular shots can be around 5 megabytes in size, but when images are shot in 64 megapixel mode, the file size increases to around 17 megabytes. Because of the large file size, it captures images with greater detail. Portraits look great with or without background blur. It has a digital zoom range of 2x to 10x. As the zoom is increased, the image becomes softer. The zoom shots, on the other hand, are acceptable. In brighter lighting, the Phantom X2's ultra-wide shots are also impressive. Images look as good as if they were taken with the primary camera. The autofocus support allows the ultra-wide to capture macro shots. The X2 is capable of taking high-quality macro shots. In low-light conditions, the main snapper performs admirably, with realistic colors, a wide dynamic range, and less noise. The Super Night mode takes a few seconds longer to capture a shot but does an excellent job of enhancing images when there are light sources. The ultra-wide camera does not perform well in low-light conditions, but when there is enough light, the results improve. The Phantom X2 can capture 4K video at 60 frames per second with good details and clarity. However, up to full HD 30 frames per second video can be recorded with ultra-steady video and the bokeh effect. With ultra-steady mode enabled, ultra-wide video can be captured. In both bright and low-light conditions, the videos captured with the main camera have more detail and better color reproduction. The color reproduction in ultra-wide videos is good, but there is a lot of noise when there isn't enough light. On the Phantom X2, Tecno should have included a second speaker for stereo output. Nonetheless, the sound produced by the bottom firing is not bad. In terms of audio, the device includes DTS sound support. There aren't many flagship phones that include an FM radio. The Phantom X2 does, in fact, have it. It has a proximity sensor, an ambient light sensor, a 3-axis accelerometer, a 6-axis gyroscope, a proximity sensor, and a compass. These did not cause me any problems. USB 2.0 transfer speeds are supported by the USB-C port. Wi-Fi and other connectivity features function properly. The in-screen fingerprint scanner also works well, unlocking the X2 quickly. The Tecno Phantom X2 has an eye-catching design, provides a good photography experience, and performs well. Furthermore, the device will receive 2 major software updates. With the exception of a few missing features, such as no IP rating and no secondary speaker, the Phantom X2 remains an appealing bargain at $487. While many brands do not even include a charger with their phones, Tecno should be commended for including some extras in the Phantom X2's box, such as a kickstand case and earphones. I can't think of any brand these days that includes such accessories with the phone. Other phones in this price range that are currently available include the OnePlus 10R, Realme GT Neo 5, iQOO 9 5G, and Asus ROG Phone 5s. The only phone that comes close to the Phantom X2 is the gaming-focused ROG Phone 5s, but it is an older phone from 2021 with an older Snapdragon 888 Plus chip. The OnePlus 10R and Realme GT Neo 3 are powered by the Dimensity 8100 processor, while the iQOO phone is powered by the Snapdragon 888 Plus.